In this video, I will be educating you on what is real and what is fake as far as Mattel, Disney, Pixar Cars merchandise goes, and what to buy and what to stay away from. Let's get started.
Ka-chow!
Now, as sad as it may sound, the more popular something is, the more fakes and knockoff bootlegs you'll be finding everywhere. For example, on this side you have what is real, and on this side you have what is fake. Divided through this line right here, you'll be able to tell the differences. Well, we're going to be taking a look at the Francesco diecast first. Left is real, right is fake. Now, one thing you can notice right off the bat is that the mouth isn't painted in. Granted, it may not seem like a fake because Thailand doesn't paint the mouth on Francesco anymore. This is a Chinese counterpart, made in China, authentic toy, and this is a bootleg from China. On the bottom it says Disney Pixar China. I don't know if you can see on there. There you go. Mattel Incorporated. The same information as on the bottom, surprisingly. No date code or date stamp right there like on the bottom. So that's one giveaway, it's a fake. Another giveaway that it's a fake is the fact that the expression is a little bit off. So other than that, they seem quite similar. You can easily be fooled by something like this thinking it's real. Sadly, it's quite difficult, isn't it? You can't even tell them apart almost. Yeah, especially now that since Thailand now does Francesco without the painted mouth, you might think this is the Thailand variation of Francesco, but nope, it's the fake. Another classic example, and this one's a lot more obvious, it's the Lightning Storm Lightning McQueen. The original is always going to have this expression right here. Determined eyes with a closed or grinning smile face looking type of thing. And I'm not sure of a re-release that came out around, I think, 2014 or 15 or 16, like around that era. Maybe it was even 2013. Anyways, this is the first original release if I'm not mistaken. And this one has a mouth plate. I'm not sure if the updated version has no mouth plate, but the fake one doesn't have a mouth plate. And the expression is different. Other than that though, decals seem to be placed nearly identical, so it's easy to fool the buyer. Another giveaway is the fact that the color seems a lot more lighter on this one right here and a lot more dull on this one. Maybe it's because this one's older, you know, this one's showing its age because it's been in my collection for years now. But who knows? At the bottom right here, it has the licensing info for Mattel and made in China down here at the bottom, interestingly enough. Whereas this one, you can't see it at all on the real one. You have the date stamp up there, but the Mattel information and all that blah blah, for some reason they didn't put it on. So, you know, stuff like this really just makes you think that it's real. You know, there's also things called factory customs that come from China, which technically they're fakes, but you see, those things are cool. These right here are just bootlegs that are nasty and don't really feel as authentic as the real deal. Right here, these little details aren't painted in either. So that's one other way to know the differences. Now, another difference between the Pixar Cars is the shades, like I said, with the Blue Lightning McQueen. And it's really difficult sometimes to tell apart the shades, but sometimes they just, you know, obviously look different. And it's similar right here with Cruz. She doesn't have that much glitter as the original, and her eyes are a lot smaller and creepy looking. Over here they look a lot more, you know, cuter and bigger, cartoony. But over here they just look so tiny. It looks like it's a death stare. Looks like she's about to fetch your soul or something. Whoa. But on this one over here, the authentic one, you know, it's like something that came out of the movie. And the rims are different right here. That you can actually see the brakes inside of there. I'm presuming those are. But yeah, these have clear rims where there's no excess plastic blocking them off like that. Neat detail, but it's not authentic. Yes, the CRS logo at the back of the trunk seems to be near identical as well. I'm surprised how they pull these off. The taillights are a different shade of color almost, very slightly darker on the fake and lighter on the original. And here's another giveaway. Disney Pixar made in China. Over here on the fake, however, it just says Pixar made in China. They had the audacity to take off Disney for some reason. Interesting. The audacity. Anyways, another classic example of fakes, but you know, this one's actually quite cool, I must admit. It's Chester Whipplefilter, aka Lightning McQueen from Cars 3 from the Thunder Hollow Demolition Derby scene. This one from Mattel was used using the Cars 1 body shell, where he's a lot wider and accurate to the movie. When Cars 3 rolled around, for some reason, they slimmed him down for unknown reasons, but now he fits on Hot Wheels track now that he's been slimmed down. But here's the perfect example of what I'm trying to say here. This one right here has squared off edges, very sharp looking squared off edges, and these are a lot more rounded. And the actual size of the tires are a lot thinner than the original Cars 1 McQueen mold that are a lot thicker, the tires. You know, they are plastic, but you could just tell that they're a lot thicker than the Cars 3 one that came out before. I wonder why they did this. It's one of the many Cars mysteries, I may say. But yeah, it was a lot slimmer, not as thick as the original. It looked a lot different. A lot of people, when this was first leaked, you know, back in 2017, before the movie came out, Cars 3 and the toys, a lot of people were thinking, oh, is McQueen getting redesigned or something? Nah, it was just Mattel, for some reason, changing it. Anyways, they've used that molding for their fake Chester Whipplefilter. They used the Cars 3 Lightning McQueen instead of using the Cars 1 model. So, in a sense, they did something kind of cool, because Mattel never made Chester Whipplefilter with the Cars 3 model, and here he is in all of his glory. See, it matches up perfectly. Same wheel size, same edges right there curved off on the sides, on the edges, the pointiness. They got it all neck and neck. I'm surprised they pulled that off. It looks very nice, I might say. Might have to admit, it's a nice little idea. So, but, I mean, if you want the original thing, look for the wider model. There's the obvious difference at the bottom right there with the curved edges. And also just from the front, when you put them down on the table, the Cars 1 model just is by a margin taller, width-wise taller when you place them on the table. There you go. But yeah, Chester Whipplefilter from Mattel usually has a scared up expression or a worried or confused looking expression, and the fakes have a smiling expression, which is basically just this expression as far as the mouth goes. As far as the eyes go, I don't know where they got that expression from. It looks very familiar. I'm getting Cars 2 vibes from it, but I'm not so sure. And the eyes are the same color, just that the pupil is a little, or the white part of the eye, the pupil, right? Well, the little white thing is a lot more vibrant and visible than an original one over here. And the number 15 is dull on the original and glossy on the fake. And the biggest giveaway with this one is that this one has a gloss finish, while this one has a matte finish. A dirty feel, as I like to call it. Like if he was really covered in mud. This one just looks glossy, and it's just not as authentic as in the movie. Because, you know, Pixar and Mattel and Disney Store like doing their products as screen accurate to the movie as possible when they can. Alright, so here's an interesting one. Rip Clutchgoneski from Cars 2. It's getting a little bit trickier to tell, isn't it? What do you see different going on there? Give you a couple of seconds. Here's the other side. See any differences? I'm seeing quite a few. Now, granted, they're not as obvious as you may think, but can you spot on to what they are? Well, I'll give you one of them. The first one is that the completely changed shade of color used here is just throwing it all off. I mean, this is the color of his flag, and over here is like a vibrant scarlet red almost, I guess, or orangey peaches red, I don't know. And over here is like a cherry dark candy red, candy apple red. So the fake has a candy apple red, and this one has a more peachy vibrant light pink or light reddish color on this side, almost like an orange almost. Another giveaway is that the World Grand Prix title at the spoiler right there is not too well. I mean, you can't really see it too well on there. It's not really visible, especially the world part right there on the spoiler. Over here, it's got shadowing on the back of the words so that you can truly see the word pop out. The eyes are certainly different as well. They don't look really good on the China fake over here, or the, the Chinese knockoff over here. Doesn't look good on it at all, the eyes. Not a fan of that. This is the Thailand variation that was re-released a few years ago. And as far as the mouths go, it's just really misprinted on there, and it has no teeth on the fake. Interesting. And on the other side, I mean, just the rims seem to be different, really. Clever. And on the other side, on the back, see this detail over here? It's painted in black. Those two little vents right there. Over here, they're not painted in on the fake. Other side right there. Colors are a lot more noticeable, aren't they? When you put them side by side like that. Alright, that's enough for Rip Clutchgoneski. And now we're going to be taking a look at the worst one of them all. It is the haulers. Now the haulers, all of them, for some reason use Mac as a basis. Everything is Mac from here. The cab is Mac. I mean, it says right there. I mean, look at those creepy, disgusting eyes. I'm not a fan of that at all. The back portion is Mac because from Mattel, the only hauler that's able to open up from the back is Mac. That rhymed. See, he's even got the tool gun in there and everything. I mean, the detail's all gone from like the original. There's no texture, nothing. You got, I mean, your little stand at the bottom, but it all just feels cheap and nasty. Look at this. I can just bend this a little bit and it feels cheap and disgusting. In the back right there, it uses for some reason a fake image of a knockoff Chick Hicks, and these are all just cheaply applied stickers. Here's the other side. I mean, it looks ugly. The colors throw me off. The actual cab looks terrible. The eyes creep me out. The 86 looks weird. The 86 at the top looks weird as well. That 6 really looks like a 9. Looks more like a 98 if I'm going to be honest. So now the original, it doesn't just, that's authentic. When you put them side by side, that's where you really start seeing the differences, don't you? Look at that right there. Hey, what did you think would happen when you put these two together? Obviously, you're going to notice what's real and what's fake. Look at how large that number 86 is on the fake and how small it's on the original. And then over here, it's used with like a gold and yellow color for all these font and graphic design that he's got going on the side hauler right here. And over here, they use yellow and red. So that's another dead giveaway. The other extremely obvious dead giveaway is the fact that here you got an animated cartoon version of Chick Hicks right here on the side panel. And over here you just have a straight up fake knockoff die cast of him as a picture there. On the back, Chick isn't supposed to have a picture of himself on the door. So that's another dead giveaway. And lastly, but not, well, two more things. Lastly, but not least, this one opens up from the side, the authentic one. You know, it does all of this. That's how you're going to know if it's real or not, if it opens up like this. And the fact that the graphic at the top is actually there with good font looks and everything. Look at that. You cannot compare. The real deal will always succeed. I mean, just my advice is to, if you're ever online on eBay or anything that has to do with shopping for toys for your kids or for yourself, just keep an eye out. Be very careful with the stuff. If you want the authentic stuff, I really just trust looking physically in stores at your real deal stores like Target, Walmart, Toys R Us if you're in Canada, etc., etc. But if you have to resort to eBay, be very, very careful. often than not, the listings and the pictures will be a dead giveaway. I mean, when I was ordering the fakes online, I saw the pictures and I was like, oh yeah, they're obviously fakes. This is perfect what I need for my video. This is exactly what I'm looking for. But sometimes they can be cheeky. Put a picture of this one right here, and when it arrives in the mail, you'll get this one right here. And you won't even be able to tell it's a fake unless you really just start looking at it closely, or you have someone like me who knows about this stuff, who knows what's real and what's fake. Because I mean, it just gets quite difficult. Look at Francesco. It's quite difficult to tell what's real and what's fake. Just noticing the green color right there, the tabs is different. But that's gonna be pretty much it for this video. Maybe this is gonna help people stay away from fakes and get in touch with the real deal. But nonetheless, the moral of the story: stay away from this crappy bull crap. We don't need that SHIT, and get with the real deal, the real McCoy stuff, the real licensed official merchandise from Disney and Pixar. This is good. This is garbage. All right, lesson learned. Piston Cup Productions signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Okay, this made me chuckle.